if x and y are integers such that the absolute value of x is between 2 and 7 and the absolute value of y is greater than or equal to 2, which of the following cannot be a possible value of xy? Now, looking at the question that says cannot, tells me that I need to find values or numbers that answer yes in each of the questions, each of the options. And in that case, if it answers yes, then I would discard that option and I would be left with the one that definitely can never be a possible value of xy. Now I have two absolute values. I don't know the signs. I know they are integers, so they cannot be decimals. I'll have to try both signs. Okay, in the first case, if x is positive, that would give me x between 2 and 7. Only x between 2 and 7. And if x were negative, that would give me negative x between 2 and 7. So I can multiply this all by -1, and that gives me -2, change sign, x, change sign, -7. So that actually leaves me with -7, -2, 2, and 7. So this area. Keep in mind that it's open, so it's not exactly taking the value of -7 and -2, 2 or 7, just the values in between. Okay, but in the case of y, it can be 2. Now, the absolute value of y greater than or equal to 2 is a common structure that gives me y -2, -2 to the right, 2 to the right, and -2 to the left, and it can take these values. Okay, so let's go with option number 1, -16. Can we get a -16 from these numbers? I'm looking at this area. Maybe we can get a -4 from the first area. From the second one, I can get a 4. That's possible, yes. Okay, so it can be. I'm gonna take this one out. -12. -12, that would be 4 and 3. Can I get a 4 and 3? Again, I can get a -4 from here, from x, and a 3 from y. So it's possible. A -10, I need a 2 and a 5. 2 and 5. The 5 I can get from x because it's between 2 and 7. And the -2 I can get from y because it can be equal to -2. Right? I cannot get the 2 from x because it's open. It cannot take 2 or -2. So it's possible. Take it out. 14. 14, I need a 2 and a 7. Can I get a 2 and 7? I can get neither from x because they're open in both sides. But I can only get one from y because if I take a 2, I can take a 7. If I take a 7, I can take a 2. If I take a 14, I would need a 1. But I can get 1 from neither x nor y. So D must be the option. Okay, D must be the option. Let's just make sure with E, 21, I would need a 7 and a 3. 7 and 3, I can get the 3 from x. This is good. And I can get the 7 from y, which is good. So it's a possible value. My answer is D.